All right, Terry, before we start, I gotta brag, humble brag here. Our anniversary's coming up. The wife and I got my wife the perfect gift. Very high end, very classy, high end vacuum cleaner. I'm pretty stoked. I think will she like it?
Well, that gift is going to suck in more ways than one.
Welcome to the Almost Sideshow, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam. That is Terry, and that is how a vacuum becomes the biggest stickman of the episode.
Oh,
God,
you didn't have to go there.
That is horrible. I don't know why. Sometimes I need to have a filter, but it's late, so no filter today. Anyway, welcome back to our sideshow where we're breaking all things down of Better Call Saul. We are on episode 3 of season 4. Something is beautiful, like our openings every time. So this episode debuted August 20th, 2018.
That's why I'm here, folks.
Terry, how the hell are we doing?
We're doing great. It's so good when we have an opening where you dig yourself a hole, and then instead of attempting to get out of it, you just lay down and fill the hole up on top of yourself.
Hey, I know my role. It's a thing called talent. I don't got it. No. I know my place.
There it is.
It's a thing called talent. All kidding aside,
They don't got it.
There we go. All kidding aside, this is a very interesting episode. We get to see a lot of different parts here. I think we'll get into this more. It's a much needed kind of filler type of episode. However, there's some really cool stuff in there too at the same time. Some interesting, good conversation, some good tie-ins to the bigger Breaking Bad universe.
Mm-hmm.
I think we called a couple things here too, so I want to give us both props when we get to those characters. So before we get to those characters, we have to do one thing, and that is the synopsis. So let's dive into that.
Yes, this is what I felt like was the settle in episode, because this is settling into the new season.
Oh yeah,
so
that's a better word than filler. Yeah, better word.
Better Call Saul, season 4, episode 3 is entitled Something Beautiful. We ended last episode with Gus telling Nacho he owns him now, while he watched Arturo suffocate to death. That's Arturo the henchman, in case you forgot.
Yeah.
So what exactly does that mean? Well, the first thing it means is Nacho has to take 2 bullets to help make it look like he and Arturo were ambushed in the middle of nowhere. 2 bullets that Victor and Tyrus all too happily gave him. When the cousins find Nacho, he's almost dead. And if not for some emergency surgery from our resident criminal veterinarian, he probably would have died. Now he's on the mend, but the situation also is freaking out Juan Bolsa that their operation might be under attack. Gus has to buy locally for a while to make sure there are no further attacks crossing the border. Well, this works out well for Gus and his resident laboratory nerd, Gail Bedecker, who is testing samples to find the best cook in town. Nothing really is good enough yet. And Gail is not allowed to leave his comfy lab post yet. Gus's new employee, Mr. Michael Ehrmantraut, is catching up with his old pal Jimmy, who has a job for him. Break into the copy shop, where he interviewed, and swipe the expensive Hummel doll for the cheap Hummel doll that is almost identical and won't be noticed. Mike says no. So Jimmy calls up our friend, the resident criminal veterinarian, again to get a new guy. Enter another old friend, Ira. He goes to steal the doll, but the owner is sleeping at the office tonight thanks to a fight with the wife and a high-end vacuum cleaner. It takes Jimmy coming and messing with the guy's car to give Ira an opportunity to escape. Needless to say, Jimmy sleeps in the next morning, but not too late to miss greeting Kim's new paralegal, Viola. Kim is actually relinquishing some control and letting her paralegal do some work, especially after she sees Mesa Verde's grand plans for expansion. An expansion she's not sure she can handle alone. Once the paralegal leaves, Kim decides it's time to talk to Jimmy about the meeting with Howard regarding Chuck's will. He signs paperwork. Here's the low sum he's getting, or he's set up to inherit, and receives a mysterious letter that tells Jimmy how proud of him Chuck was and how they will always have each other because they are family. Kim is moved to tears. Jimmy just moves on. There you go. There's our
Nice.
synopsis.
He paid off his MasterCard.
Mm-hmm.
Paid off my MasterCard with that. Yeah, the whole opening sequence of this show was a very long take of, dead eyes and Tyrus shooting a car at point blank range with the henchman in it, and then they bring in Nacho to sit in. And they basically shoot him in the shoulder and on like the side as well. And when they the twins come out, or the cousins, and then they see him in the desert there. The only thing I could think of is Reliant K, chapstick, chap lips, and things called chemistry, which I think it can kind of go well with this show here.
Nice poll, by the way. Nice poll.
You're welcome. Not too
Two lefts don't make a right, but three do.
That's what I was going to say. That took a balloon ride. But anyway, it's a good, pretty dang good opening. It's very interesting. I have an interesting theory about who they suspect could be like a little biker gang that we know of, but later in the Breaking Bad cycle, who knows where they're actually at. It'd be kind of interesting if they tie those guys back in. Honestly, I did not realize that was Ira from Famino's Pest until I saw his name. I was like, oh, that was Ira. It's dark in that room. I don't know. I couldn't really focus on who it was until.
Yeah, I saw him and I'm like, I know that face.
Mm-hmm.
I know the face. And it wasn't until I had to look it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then I'm like, Ira, I'm looking at the face. I'm like, I still can't place it. And like, he was in one episode of Breaking Bad. Like what? And then I looked, I'm like, oh yeah, the Famino's Pest guy. Got it.
Because we focused more on Todd from Famino's Pest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was
callback.
Yeah, that was a great callback. Yeah, it's an interesting episode. Like I said, it's the settle in episode, right?
Yeah.
Let's introduce a few new characters that might play some significant roles moving forward throughout this season. We get to meet Gail, we get to meet Viola, the first introduction of Ira, and who knows where he's going to go from here. But you get that. I love how we still call them the cousins.
Yeah.
They're the nephews or the twins, but they're the cousins because they're Tuco's cousins.
Correct. Yeah.
We always refer to them as the cousins because they're Tuco's cousins. When they're connected more to Hector. Like we never see them and Tuco in the same spot. At least not yet. We might see them at some point in Better Call Saul, but they don't show up until Tuco's dead in Breaking Bad. I don't know. It's just funny. I was realizing that I'm like, why do we call them the cousins? We really shouldn't.
What do you do with my cousins?
Yeah, the opening was really interesting. It took me a while to figure out what was going on. Like, why are they intentionally running over a spike strip, an actual professional spike strip this time, not a hose with nails in it? Yeah. And then watching the car just kind of pull off to the side of the road, and then dropping shrapnel out of the car, and then finally they put it all together. I'm like, oh, they're setting this up so that it looks like I got it. I get it now. Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes. Yeah, because there's just so much to it. And like I said, Victor and Tyrus. By the way, we've got Arturo the henchman, right? We couldn't remember Arturo forever. Deadeyes, who's Victor. We took us forever to remember Victor. Tyrus has always just been Tyrus, though. Like I think we may have mentioned this before. Yeah, he's the leather jacket guy.
That shaft over there.
I mean, maybe it's Tyrus is an interesting name. Like when you first hear him, like, oh, Tyrus, that's a good name. And I think like the first time we see him, they call him Tyrus. where I feel like Victor showed up a lot, and then eventually we heard his name was Victor.
Yeah, yeah, Victor and what we say that? What was the other one? The henchman, Arturo.
Arturo.
It's very like generic henchman. Like if you were like asking, give me henchman names on Chat GPT, those are the names you're probably gonna pull. Arturo's kind of rare.
Did we ever hear Arturo referred to as Arturo, or did we just have to look up his name in credits?
Yeah, thank you.
I honestly
IMDb.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't recall it.
Yeah.
Guy with
First,
ponytail.
I think the first time we see Arturo is he's breaking into Mike's house.
That could be it. Yeah,
I think that was the first time we saw him.
possibility of him like maybe like collecting money with Hector, maybe like in the background, but
yeah,
not 100%.
And the last time we see him is burning up in a car.
Yeah.
At least his corpse is. That was such a cool scene, and seeing everything they put into it, they really thought it through. And then the last bullet, like that, just felt like a low blow, and then they leave him there almost bleeding out. It's like that. Ooh, that's cutting a little close there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we almost lost Adam's favorite guy there for a sec.
Nacho.
Mm-hmm. Nacho. Yeah. So that's I just kind of hopped into best scene because we were already talking about the scene. It was time.
It's
to
very
talk
elaborate
about it,
scene too. It's a good 10 minutes. That's like a 10-minute sequence.
There's some cool shots in there too.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Like the shot just of the hand hanging out the door, dropping the bits of the shards of glass and stuff.
On that. Yeah, yeah, glass and bullets and stuff. And then you get like the tracking shot where he's like, I'm gonna take this one in the shoulder, and he like leans back in the back seat. I think that was pretty cool. There's and then like I'm just kind of Arturo just kind of hanging there with his like the gunshot wound. There's a lot of cool set pieces or set scenes in there. So good call on that sequence. I'll transition to the other sequence I think is hilariously funny when Ira breaks into the office and grabs it. I think it'd be even funnier if he realized that they stole the wrong one. I think
Bavarian boy.
The Bavarian boy.
Well, it's got. I mean, it's got to be that. Like, there's no other one.
It looks identical. They said so. The other one was not like the same, but it'd be interesting. That sequence was great because I was not suspecting that there was somebody in the bathroom. I didn't know that it's set up brilliantly because you don't realize there's a bathroom in that office when they're first filming it. So that's why like the reveal of the guy in the bathroom is great. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is hilarious. And he's like under the desk. He's like, get me out of here. And that whole setup of like the car alarms going off. He orders himself a pizza. And I think that's also pretty funny. And then he's apologizing for buying her a vacuum cleaner. And if you're going to buy a vacuum cleaner, I bought a vacuum cleaner for the house. You don't say it's for your wife, for her to use or enjoy. It's for us to be able to enjoy cleaning it. You don't refer to it. That's just maybe an LVP move. Obviously, you're sleeping in. You don't even have a spare bedroom in your house. You're sleeping in the office.
Yeah,
in your chonies, like on that.
I mean, they may have had a spare bedroom that he wasn't going to use it.
Nope.
He was on the out. Yeah. I had that one down too. I thought that one was. It was just so much fun watching how can we screw this up? Oh, that's how we can screw it up.
And it's so unsuspected. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that character again, but it's just a funny position to put that guy in, I think. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. Yeah,
he's my douchebag, by the way. I think it's Mr. Neff, right?
Mr. Neff, that's a good call.
Yeah. So I had those two scenes down. There's a third one we got to talk about, and it's the very end of the episode. The reading of the letter. This was fascinating to me, and watching the reactions of the two characters, and I think it says a lot. And I was trying to remember back to the meeting that Kim has with Howard.
Yeah.
Is this a letter Howard gave to Kim in that moment? It was.
Yeah, she's like, here's the money 4,000?
here's a
No, it's
letter.
5,000. And here's something that he also. That's why he said, "Oh, not dated." It's Howard wrote this. I feel like Howard wrote this. I think I
I
mentioned
thought
that
Kim
last
wrote
time.
it.
Kim wrote it.
That's what I was thinking, but that's why Kim reacted the way she did, because she was trying to get him to feel better and then didn't. And then
No, there was 2 things that Howard gave him.
yeah, okay.
I think
That's what I was trying to remember. Like, did this pop
Yeah.
up?
It was, yeah, it was right after the Miss Bois left.
Whoa.
Bois. When after she left, they went over some stuff, and yeah, they talked about it a little bit, and I think she looked at the letter too in one sequence after as well. I think, but yeah, I have a feeling that either Howard wrote it because I think Chuck would have dated something. Chuck would
Yeah,
have
that's yeah.
weird.
You feel like if it, I mean, it was undated, so you're getting the idea it was a while ago that he had written it, just given the details that are in it. I don't know. This letter is mysterious to me because yeah, Howard's not a bad theory.
I don't
But
think
I'm
we're.
still
I think.
thinking it could
Go
have
ahead.
been Kim. Here's the other interesting part of it. Why did Kim go to the courthouse after meeting with Mesa Verde?
Oh yeah, I didn't think they didn't show that, did they?
They didn't show anything. She just tells the paralegal to drop her off at the courthouse. Like, why are we trying to? And does that have something to do with the letter? Like, is she trying to get it unsealed so she can replace it with a different one? I
Why
don't
would it be
know.
sealed if there was because you don't remember the sequence, but they handed that letter to her because he was
Right.
the power of the attorney or whatever for the.
And maybe she wanted to read it first, and when she read it, she said, "That's not." I don't know. I don't
That's a
know.
very good
There's
possibility that
there's some
she could have
weird
wrote it
stuff going
too.
on with this letter, and for whatever reason, it impacted Kim a lot, and Jimmy it barely phased.
Oh, new paragraph, cool.
New paragraph.
Oh, double
I
rainbow.
tell for everything Chuck was, he could write a hell of a letter. Uh,
But that's actually what you're saying too. Could have also been like Kim wrote it too at the same time because we don't know. We don't know the
yeah,
context of
but
the letter.
the sequence of events, you're right, doesn't quite make sense. But I don't know. There's something weird. There's something weird with that letter, and Kim, because I felt like Kim's reaction to it was so strange. Like, why was Kim's reaction if she didn't write it? Why was Kim's reaction what it was? Was it because she heard like just how far that relationship fell? Was she seeing just how broken Jimmy actually is and how he's like lost all the empathy that made him for so long and how he dealt with Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
That she's now with a different person than what she originally had. There's so many things that can go into that, but we don't know because we don't know where this like the mystery behind this letter. Like she even said, no one really knows what this letter is. But it's for you. So I don't. And then there's this mysterious courtroom trip too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm fascinated by what all this means and where it all came from.
Is there a possibility she goes to the courthouse to talk to Swaggart? Is it Swaggart? To but Schwackart, yeah, that you know what I'm talking about.
Schweikart.
But because maybe she knows he's there, and to talk about her contract with the company if she wants out of it.
I mean,
Mesa Verde. I don't know. I don't. That's a more of a harder to believe that. Why wouldn't you just go to his office actually? But
yeah. Why? Yeah. Why is she going to the courtroom? And after the whole, I mean, maybe she feels like she needs to go there and start moving on the Mesa Verde expansion stuff because they want to like all of a sudden franchise this thing across the entire western half of the United States.
Maybe she just needed to ask, hey, Petty with the Prior guy, what did you guys talk about with Chuck? About Chuck? I need some background.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe maybe she wanted to write the letter and get it notarized, and then she could pass it off. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
That's not a bad idea. The notary could be there.
There's a lot of possibilities. There's just some mysterious stuff, and I wonder if we're like just focusing on the wrong thing entirely, and these are like holes that are just gonna move on and never really fill in. But there's something weird with the letter. There's something weird with that trip to the courthouse. And are they connected? Who wrote the letter? My wife and I instantly thought that this was Kim that wrote the letter, and that's why she's paying so close attention to him while he's reading it. But also, like, Howard handed him the letters, or handed her the letter, so it wouldn't make sense necessarily, but it still could have been. And there is a version of Chuck maybe before he got sick that would have written a letter that looked like that.
Yeah, very true. Very true. I don't know. To be continued on that conversation, I think, because there's a lot that we just don't know at this point. But it is it's something that we'll be watching with great interest for sure, because that is the two biggest question I had is that letter in the courtroom. So courthouse visit. Betsy
Kettleman douchebag award. I already said mine's Mr. Neff for buying the vacuum.
Yeah, I think that's a given. To be different, Jimmy is kind of a douchebag here because he's like really pushing the fact that he wants to go and kind of pulling over on old timey ladies to get $4,000 on that the Belvedere boy or
Bavarian boy.
Bavarian boy.
The Belvedere boy. That's what we're going with.
Belvedere. I don't know.
It's Bavarian boy. It's something beautiful. We can do something beautiful together, man. Speaking of doing something beautiful together, the Don Eladio Stickman Award. We're going Mike on this one because every time Mike gets to interact with Fran, like, dude, they are, if Mike was ever an item with anybody, it's Fran. Like,
it's like, at your breakfast coming, Mike. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra bacon, please.
He has a soft spot in his heart for Fran.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the easy answer. That's what I wrote down too. It's definitely not Mr. Neff.
Not Mr. Neff. That's like anti-Stickman material there.
Yeah.
Best new face. Hey, that's Danny Trejo Award.
Viola.
Okay,
yes. So played by Keiko Agena.
I think it's Keiko.
Keiko. Okay, Keiko Agena. Very interesting. Obviously, we speculated that she was going to hire a paralegal. We were on the right track, but obviously we said Francesca was going to be the paralegal. Or at least that's what I was really pushing for, which would have made sense. But again, Francesca was the Saul Goodman hire. And even though she did really good things for...
Well, and she's not a legal mind.
Yeah, so it kind of... We also guessed that maybe Jimmy could be the paralegal because that would be not necessarily against the law.
Yeah,
to do so. But Viola, very interesting new character that is introduced in such a way that it's just like, oh yeah, this person's been here. So there's a little bit of a time jump in between the last couple episodes. So,
or at least it's just like that's the hire. Like, we haven't focused too much on Kim's business practices for a while.
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
And so now it's just there. Yeah. She's okay. I just saw this, and that makes perfect sense. That, of course, Rory's buddy from Gilmore Girls would grow up and be a paralegal. Like, that, just kind of her brainy, nerdy friend in Gilmore Girls.
I don't understand any of that. But
I barely understand it, but I've seen enough clips to know.
Okay.
And as soon as I saw that she'd been in Gilmore Girls, she's been in 153 episodes of Gilmore Girls from 2000 to 2007. Like, Oh, it's her.
Her. Okay.
That's who this is.
Interesting.
She's in 33 episodes of a show called Prodigal Son. She was in 7 episodes of 13 Reasons Why.
Doom Patrol.
She's kind of been all over the place, but I think the thing, if you, she was in an episode of Sister back in the day. That's amazing. If you had seen if you've seen any Gilmore Girls, you know that face. And I haven't seen much, but I've seen enough to know who we're talking about.
It's very interesting. In 2011, she appeared in Transformers Dark of the Moon, which you reviewed for an Oscar watch back in 2011. So,
yeah, I probably didn't remember her at all.
But yeah, she was Frances McDormand's aide in that movie. So would not have remembered that, but that's definitely her biggest.
I didn't even remember that Frances McDormand was in that movie.
Yeah. I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great quote. That's one of the most useful quotes you can pull out.
Sister. She's the student interviewer.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sister.
I know, that's
the Maori twins.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yep.
That show.
She is definitely the answer, and really the only one we hadn't seen in some capacity before. There's a couple new faces to Better Call Saul that
Better Call Saul
we're going to talk about here in a little bit, but actually let's just jump into it.
Well, real quick, it's funny. I was just watching Pop Culture Jeopardy with Colin Jost. And they said there was this category about hairdos, and said this hairdo really got the show's ratings went down the road, like dropped because of this. Carrie Russell changed her hairstyle for the show.
Oh, for Felicity?
Yeah, she was 3 episodes of Felicity.
Oh, that's funny. That's kind of funny. I remember when that happened. She cut all her hair off.
Yeah,
threw everybody off. Okay,
and when hairstyles changes the ratings.
So. Anyway. The other new faces, like I said, are not new faces here, but we're going to talk about them in a little bit. So we're going to go a little out of order here. The best Breaking Bad reference. We finally have an appearance of, yes, I am a nerd.
I'm a nerd. Hooray! Gail Bedecker. He was dancing.
Singing his periodic table song.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good stuff there. That Gale, we knew Gale was coming back. I think we mentioned that. Like, what's the biggest character from Breaking Bad? Technically, Ira.
Who's the next one that's going to pop up?
Yeah, technically it was Ira, but Gale was there too. But Gale is definitely the biggest one, it was great to see Gale. He didn't change his gloves, but he touched everything with his gloves on. But it's whatever. Kind of an LVP thing. I'm dealing with some very powerful herbs.
He's such a nerd.
Yeah,
such a nerd. But we love Gale.
Yeah, we love Gale.
That was the one that was like, oh, did he really have to go? Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, he did, but of all the characters, like, he did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He just was it was just a matter of circumstance.
Wrong time, wrong place.
Essentially.
And I like how Gus doesn't want to bring him in the fold, even though it's probably the right hire. He's like, no, you're made for bigger and greater things, bigger and better things.
Well, and I think he's waiting till he finds the right location for his super lab and bring Gale into that. He doesn't want him doing the small time stuff.
Now, we found the super lab. We already know the super labs, the laundromat. We've already seen that with Lydia, but he has to still build it. We just haven't seen it since then.
Right. Right. Well, and you got to think he's got to figure out and build, like, vamp up whatever he's going to turn that into.
Wouldn't it be fascinating if a part of the show Gus uses Jimmy or Saul Goodman to help clear some of the legal paperwork proceedings so that they can have the financing for this project of the cleaners?
That would be. However, I don't think he has to worry about that, because I'm sure Madrigal has lawyers on retainer that'll take care of all that for them. Their own legal team.
Not bad.
Yeah, Gale, Ira. I had Gale down as my favorite minor character, even though he was a new face and he's a Breaking Bad reference. It's Gale. He showed up. He looks the
good
same.
call.
He acts the same. It's
acts
kind
the
of
same.
beautiful.
And he's the minor character of the episode too, for sure. Ira is a close second. I think he's pretty dang funny in his little role hiding under the table. But it was not my Breaking Bad reference.
Oh, what was your Breaking Bad reference?
Mr. Neff orders a pizza and he gets asked a question. He's like, yes, sliced, please. He ordered the same pizza from the company that didn't sell the sliced pizza. That is the Breaking Bad reference right there. The unsliced pizza.
I missed that.
Yes,
oh,
sliced.
that's amazing. Yes, sliced. I want it sliced.
Oh,
wow.
It's such a good. I heard it. I was like that. I wrote that down right away. I was like, yep, type it into the computer real quick. That's in it. So good.
That's just kind of a thing too. I just put together that like the pizza Walter throws on the roof isn't sliced.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a whole thing at Jesse's place with the druggies and all that. But yeah, that's hilarious. Yes, I want it sliced.
That could be the Breaking Bad moment of the season.
Season. I think it is. That's such a random little shout out.
You should go back and just watch that little sequence to hear it, but I think that's good. So that's
round
funny.
Of applause for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Nice catch.
After that horrible opening, I redeemed myself.
Go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Ding. All right. That's Saul one-liner.
I got 5 things. I think we're gonna overlap here, but I still got
I probably should have more, but I only wrote 1 down.
Okay, you go with yours.
I have 1 question for you.
Yeah.
Do you shit gold?
Good one. You shit gold.
That's the best one.
It's gonna take you 8 minutes to get in and out. 10 minutes if you decide to pick your nose.
That's a good one too. He can sell anybody anything.
Hey, not telling you how to do your job, but with the whole calling the Ira spot. To pay off my MasterCard. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's undated. It's all like, it's new paragraph. Cool, new paragraph.
Yeah, undated, new paragraph.
Well, undated. You can write a hell of a letter.
I have a very sick fish.
Very sick fish. Hopefully she feels better. She'll be dead in a week. It's a goldfish.
In a week? He's going to throw it in the garbage can on the way out the door.
Down the sewer. Yeah, that's a good point. I got a goldfish budget.
Uh-huh. All right, midlife crisis moment.
Cereal sounds really good right now.
Cereal sounds good.
A bowl of cereal. I don't know.
That's not bad. I always like cereal.
But the only bad thing about that it was in the morning time, not midday or after or like evening.
True.
Wait. So in movies, he's clearly eating a bowl of cereal. Why is every TV show have to have the carton of milk outside in front of them while they're eating a bowl of cereal?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I never understood that. I was like, we obviously know you're eating cereal. We've been around since the 80s. We know this. Or whatever.
Yeah. And maybe that's it.
You a little longer, but
it's like there's cereal in this bowl. In case you're not aware, we're going to leave the milk next to the bowl. So you know it's just been poured into the bowl.
That's an
interesting. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I don't like warm milk. Just put the milk back in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 midlife crisis moments. Both have been referenced in some way, shape, or form. First one, I'm getting a large sum of money. I should pay down my credit card with that. Like, that's when you know. That's how you know you're old.
Yeah.
Is when that's your first thought is like, ooh, which debt am I paying off with that?
Yeah, get the credit card. Yeah, we got the bills, or how my wife and I do it. We like Okay, cool. We got our phone payment for the year. Pay that for just pay the
Yep.
bill ahead of time. Just pay the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And then the other midlife crisis moment, I'm gonna call out my wife on this one.
Oh,
My wife's
yeah.
midlife crisis moment. She actually loves it when I get her things like a vacuum as a present. Like legit. Like I get her like kitchen appliances or like cleaning appliances, and it's like the best. I got her a new toy.
Okay, so this with that said, that you said midlife crisis. Not to throw out Kathy's age there or anything like that, but whatever. We digress. So that's a new relationship, Mr. Neffson, because if we were to buy something for the house, that's a new toy. That's a new vacuum. That's something cool for the house. That person obviously was like, it was directed to them. Maybe it's a new relationship. Like, oh, I'm just a cleaner for you, and maybe it wasn't intended. I don't know.
I don't even think so. I think there's just some people out there that's like, no,
That's true. Good
I
point.
need to be treated and spoiled with this, and you're gonna spoil me by giving me
something to clean with.
something that provides more work.
Yeah,
But
that's
practical
right.
people,
Yeah,
are like, oh no, this is actually what I need.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and it that makes it a good present.
mm-hmm. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I think it can. Yeah, I can see that.
Like my wife's like favorite present. One of her favorite presents I ever got her was a vacuum sealer for the kitchen.
Got my wife
Like
too.
she went crazy for it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when it's like that normal people would not be that, over the moon for something like that. But,
Yeah. I got the wife a deep fryer or air fryer. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
So for like every meal after that, we're like air fry food. We're air frying something or something. And I'm like, can we just have a bowl of cereal? Like we have. Okay, honey, you're excited. Let's just eat that.
I even feel like air fryer is something a little different though, because that's kind of like a fun toy for the kitchen.
Yeah,
It's
different. It's a little different.
Like a vacuum sealer I think is more in like the vacuum category because it's like a maintenance.
Yeah,
A maintenance appliance.
we got like a label maker, and like everything got labeled. Everything got labels on it, and it was like it was fun. It was like it was like who signed this baseball? Clayton Kershaw, put it down, and or whatever we label it and put it on the bottom of the ball. It's that true story. That's what happens. So if anybody picks this ball up randomly in our room, they'll know who signed it.
Well, no, that's funny.
And then like everything in our like all our storage bins are all labeled winter clothing, board games, memory box, or whatever the case is. A good old label maker. I like it.
That's not bad. That's not bad. LVP.
Well, this is why Mr. Neff is the LVP. Yeah, there was no sheet down on that couch where your clients are sitting, so
that's a good point.
Yeah, you're sitting on a couch where you're in your box briefs, and he's listening
out pizza and booze.
Pizza and booze while listening to like self-help tapes, about how to restore and fix stuff. He said something. I can't even remember. I was distracted with the car alarm stuff, but I think that's Mr. Neff, LVP.
My LVP is Ira. How do you not put two and two together that, oh, there's a car out front and someone might be inside?
That's a good point.
Come on, man. Come on. Didn't take Jimmy long to figure out, oh, there's a car out front. Must be the dude inside. Come on.
Well, because he knew there was a dude inside. Because Ira told him, there's a guy here.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Shit and bricks.
MVP.
Yeah. Shit and gold. Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah. There's a couple here. I'm going to go with Dr. Caldera.
That's all I have down too.
Yeah. I never want to see you again.
This cartel stuff is too hot.
Yeah. You probably want to see a doctor not outside of a Jiffy Lube.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good line.
But he's the MVP because if it's not for him, Nacho's dead.
Yeah.
and you got Victor and Tyrus there looking at him. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Got to make it look realistic. Yeah.
Gotta make it realistic. And the cousins are like, "Who was it? Who was it? Tell me."
Well, and luckily Yul Brenner is O negative, so
Mhm. See, there's an
yeah,
actor named Yul Brenner. King and I.
there isn't. Yes. You went the King and I? Really? You went the King and I?
Yeah, 10 Commandments, I
Like
know.
10 Commandments is like a top 100 movie of all time, and yet you go the King and I.
Because that's what he's more known for. Etc.
I always knew him as Ramses.
Oh yeah.
I just saw the Magnificent Seven recently, and
he's in
he's
that
the
too,
main character in that,
Yeah.
or one of the main characters.
Yeah.
It's him and Steve McQueen. Those are the two leads in
that's cool.
Magnificent Seven. Dr. Caldera. That's who I've got too. I think it's the main answer here.
I think Nacho's there too, and Viola also MVPs could be at least in the conversations, but Dr. Caldera.
All right, where are we going next?
Well, Jimmy Fletcher's is Goldfish. Yeah, I kind of want to see what poor Sap gets the boy. Yeah, I kind of want to see them go to the Antique Roadshow or something like that. I think that would be hilarious.
Well, did you hear what Jimmy told Mike? Just give it to Price to take to his next collectibles auction, and have Price sell it for him.
Yeah, that's the gun guy.
It could be right next to his baseball cards.
Oh, yeah, that's that guy. Okay, that's right. Wrong guy. Price, yeah. Anyway, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a good call. I got a Derek Jeter. I got a Ted Williams.
Mickey Mantle. Okay, they're all here.
Yeah.
All my friends are here.
Yeah.
We're making him sound like Rain Man.
Rain Man practically bankrupted a casino.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Where we going next? It would be interesting, like I said, if that motorcycle gang, I can't remember the gang, that Todd's uncle, if they bring him back as a possible.
I don't think they were in the drug game at all until like Todd presented the Walter White situation.
Okay, I mean so disregard. Who are say my name? I'm the man who killed Gus Fring. That guy. If they bring that guy back as a possibility.
What was his name?
I can't picture that scene now without being in a musical.
Dang it! Yeah.
Go watch that clip if you haven't seen it from Facebook Reels of "There You Go, I Ruined It" or something.
It's the account "There I Ruined It."
There I Ruined It. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Say my name. Say my name.
The man who killed Gus Fring.
It's so good.
It's
so good.
Say my name, bitch.
I'm the cook. You know exactly who I am.
I'm the one who knocks.
I am the one who knocks. I'm trying to find him here. I'll say my name. There's the episode. Oh gosh, it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna see it and go, crap, that's the name. Declan.
Yeah, Declan. If Declan pops up. Because is Declan gonna be what's the next biggest character that we're gonna see pop up? Because we're getting
Declan's an interesting one of when he's gonna pop up. Ooh, what about the drug dealers that killed the kid that killed Combo? What about Combo? What about Skinny Pete and Badger?
Wendy.
And those will be interesting. It's always interesting to put together when are we going to see some stuff go down and see some people pop up.
Well, I think the biggest people that weren't obviously is Hank. Yeah.
Hank will be coming up at some point. I
was about to say NoHo Hank. I was like, that's the wrong show.
The wrong Hank. Wrong Hank. Hank and Gomi will pop up sometime soon.
Probably for sure Gomi.
Yeah.
For sure Gomi. But at some point that's going to be interesting. I think that's a season 5 reveal. I think
there could be something interesting of Jimmy and Kim starting to drift apart a little bit, because I mean, if it truly is like Kim, like crying at the fact that Jimmy's changed and doesn't have that, like, have a heart anymore, or his heart is so hardened, maybe she starts to be like, is this what I want to be around? I could see that kind of develop in that way.
I also thought the expansion plan was extremely rushed in all the places they want to go.
That it feels like that's a lot of models to be making without informing your lawyer.
Yeah, like no, and then when they said Nebraska, isn't that where she's from? Or that
somewhere out there.
Well, that's okay. So I can't remember. Where's the Cinnabon that he works at? Where's that at again? Omaha. And that's in
Nebraska.
Correct. Okay. So, yeah. So that I thought it was interesting. Right when they say Nebraska, the music starting, the background of him talking kind of like got quieter, and she was kind of like that. Oh wow, what state is that? Like, what is that? I think that's a kind of interesting point. They say Nebraska, and it's like everything else after that gets kind of quiet.
I didn't put that together. That's interesting.
It's like, oh, we're gonna get to Las Vegas and Reno, of course, and eventually we'll journey up to the Pacific Northwest. I do think another Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad reference is if we can figure out where, or El Camino reference, where Jesse goes to Colorado. Where is he hanging out at? Because they do mention they're in.
He goes to Alaska, doesn't he?
Or was it Alaska? Oh, maybe it was Alaska.
Yeah, I thought it was Alaska.
Oh, maybe was Walt? Who was in Colorado? Was Walt?
Walt was in like Vermont or New Hampshire.
Wow, I was way off. But anyway, they mentioned Colorado. I don't know. So, yes, I got somebody's in Colorado at some point, but not for this show. But anyway,
yeah. Well, all right, we got a lot of theories. It's kind of really open ended right now, so it'll be interesting to see see where it goes. And I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
Me too. Making bad jokes, so it's great to have you guys listening to us every week. We hope you guys come back next week where we break down another fun-filled episode of Better Call Saul. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe wherever you're listening to your podcast, or if this is on YouTube and you're seeing it, we would love to have you guys be part of the conversation. With one final thought as we close.
Better Call Saul!
Sit and spin your buttholes.
Subscribe. The henchman.